What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Filsinger Games Character Spotlight with Mike.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Brock. And once again, we are joined by Pete Beck. How you doing, Pete?
Doing good. How's everybody doing out there?
Pretty good, thanks.
Doing good. This is our third year anniversary special. And since Pete was our very first guest on to talk about Death Knight, we thought, after almost 3 years, we'd bring him back.
I appreciate it. What the hell took you so long? Yeah.
Surprised we're still doing this more than
Yeah,
anything.
right? I am one of your 163 or four, whatever it is, or yeah,
69.
listeners. 169. So there we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
I am one of those subscribers. Yes.
The rest are bots.
Yeah. Could very well be.
Making sure it's we're still at 169.
Yep.
Oh, 170.
Oh,
Ooh.
there we go. Who knows? Maybe by the time this drops, it'll be 171.
Like 100. We started at 23.
Well,
Would you look at that?
My, how we've grown
it's
in 3 years.
3 years
it's
of
wholly
growth.
yeah, wholly possible that I could have been one of those original 23.
You
So
probably were.
I mean, if you do the math, you're at 170, 3 years, 23 to 170. I think that's what, like 800%. I don't know.
We'll go with
I've
that.
never. Yeah, sure, it works, right?
Hey,
Where's an accountant when you need one?
we're, no, we're nowhere near Grant and his
No.
1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
He's way more talented than us, though, and we'll very
Yeah.
willingly admit that.
He's got that Hollywood numbers.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Him and
Pulling in
his
the Jim
puppet.
Henson people.
Yeah, he's got that puppet, those puppet numbers.
Yep.
Yeah.
On
So,
top of it
Uh,
being our anniversary, we're going to talk about two characters as well. Sentry. Focus. There we go. And the updated Mandrill. Ah,
I really do not like that pick.
no,
yeah.
no,
I think
no.
I
That was
used
one of the, as Kevin says, that's one of the pictures that you slide into the uploader or uh,
the top loader.
the top loaders. I said uploaders. The top loaders with the old picture and the new stats.
Right.
I
Yeah,
think it might have been Kevin that made a bunch of bootlegs of the
he
old
did.
picture with the new back.
Yeah, it was either Kevin or it was Chad because I think someone handed me one at a Galacticon, so I
Yeah,
got it someplace. But yeah,
and that's the one I use.
That's
yeah.
funny.
I do not
Someday
use.
when you catch up to the rest of us, you can use the color one that came in the 2130 set or something like that.
Yeah,
So
there you
yeah,
go.
Let's not get
yeah.
crazy.
I know. Just,
What happened to me?
what
I
am I
was
talking about? Yeah.
I gotta get focused on my face again. I apologize, everybody. There we go. So yeah.
Well, since you're well updated in this series, how have things been going for the Mandrill and Sentry for you? Do you remember how they did for you?
Me? So Century, this was just the manager card, right? This is where he
Yeah.
just did interference.
Oh,
So
he
yeah.
was toxic
So
before.
yeah, he was toxic before and he did well, toxin. He did
Toxic.
well in like my heavy metal uh division. Just because it seemed to fit him uh where he could be at that lower level. But he was always in the tag, well, not always, but he was also in the tag teams with Painmaster for a while. So they did halfway decent. But I mean, I don't remember them doing anything special. Um, or even as Sentry, I I'm not big on the whole uh people at ringside doing outside interference. So he probably just, if he did anything, I wouldn't remember it. I just want to know how the heck he went from smelling so bad to wearing that whole outfit with a helmet.
He loved the smell so much he wanted to contain it so he could enjoy it
Yeah,
more.
Yeah. Maybe he liked his own body odor.
He
yeah, it
probably
could
did.
be. Yeah. Wasn't there a commercial like that? We all love our own aroma. Oh no, that was in uh what's that movie? Uh, one of the Austin Powers movies with fat dude, fat bastard.
Yeah.
Oh,
There was always the joke too, like religion is like a fart. Yours kind you can kind of tolerate your own, but everybody else's stinks.
Yes, yes. uh,
That was
true.
one of my dad's jokes. I'll steal it, but
yeah, for me, Mandrill's been one of these guys. Uh, he started off the storyline how I created for him was Wolf just won the Intergalaxian title, and then some random guy just jumped over the ring barrier, went in the ring, and just beat the crap out of Wolf, beat him down, and then left. And then he released a little video saying he wants to challenge Wolf for the Intergalaxian title, and Wolf accepted. Now, normally I have wrestlers work their way up, a ladder for, using a point system so they can get their points. That way, I just don't have, the best of the best win the titles. And this is the only time I've done it. And Mandrill won the Intergalaxian title on his very first match
Wow.
against Wolf. Didn't hold it long, but he did it. And then he never won anything else again, and then got sent down to my second tier fed because I used relegation. And he won the heavyweight title down there twice, so he moved himself back up to the GWF, and that's where he currently is as I'm starting 2105.
Yeah, I was trying to see his. I couldn't remember how much of a improvement this card was over his last.
it was a pretty
Uh,
significant bump. His
is it? Yeah.
2100 raw rating was 32-33. The 2105 is a 44-47.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, he's
So
got three straight offensive straight to level three moves.
with an add one.
And one's an add one, and then the
Yeah.
double finishers. So yeah.
Only one down on his card.
Yep.
It's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Zero agility, -3 power. So he's pretty well protected there. High DQ though. He's gonna get DQ'd a lot. DQ of
Yeah.
6.
So, but I mean, but that's all based on him going out of the ring,
Yeah.
because he's not gonna get it for using the voltaic stunner, or however you say that. That's how I always said it.
I think that's correct.
Because it's add one, even though it's an illegal move. It was, yeah,
He's good at it.
didn't have to worry about it. Yeah, didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, he's got 2 out of the rings too, so he's a lot of
Yeah, so that,
comebacks as well.
yeah,
He's solid.
yeah.
He could compete with today's GWF.
So
Maybe.
the card that he's got now, or well, I say now because that's the year I'm in. The one that the 2130 card
Mhm.
has 2+2 finishers.
Yeah.
But one's got you got to roll 1 to 4 to make it work. The other, and it misses if he hits 5 and 6. But I mean that card's pretty good too. He
Mhm.
hasn't won the big thing for me yet, but that color card is good.
He's still wrestling.
It's like an
He
alternate
came back.
reality.
He
Oh,
came back from the alternate reality side. So yeah,
like
that was
what?
the set that had all the guys coming back from. It had
It was a
chaos
sort
at
of
the end.
Future Shock, I think, is what that
Yeah,
was.
that's what it is. Yeah, Future Shock
Yeah.
is
The wiki doesn't go that far. I couldn't look at that
no, it
raw
does not.
rating.
But he's good in that set though too. But he's not as good as Chaos Supreme, or I think Vengeance is, or the Minister of Blue, or whatever
Mhm.
he goes by. Those are probably the two best. So if you ask me,
Yeah, that set's pretty tough.
yeah, it is.
That might have been the start of the major power creep. But I mean, it was a good storyline. It was these guys in their prime
Yes.
all getting pulled in together, so it made
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Was that the start of the Cronus stuff?
No, not really.
No, not really. No. They end up, do they end up going to Cronus? They end up going elsewhere.
Yeah,
That's when they jump
they
over
went
to,
back to their no, they went
yeah.
back. Where did they end up?
They
They
ended
were
up in the CPC, well, not CPC, in the future
Apes?
shock on the other
Or
side,
yeah. Was it
Sentra.
that was their home
Amongst
world though, right?
no,
I'm so
I don't know. I
confused.
don't think so. Yeah, they got kicked out of this dimension, sent to another one, and it's a different timeline altogether. Not the original Sentra either. I don't think. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
There's so many.
I'm so confused with these storylines.
It's okay.
Earth
We just
100.
found out we just found out that the Transevolver just went on like the open market for someone to buy.
Yeah. Well, really?
Yeah.
Well, no. It got bought. It was purchased by Vin Strutter is the one that
Oh,
purchased it. So yeah.
Yeah, because I was just
So
reading it a
be
little while ago and it's like, what? Wait, he put it up for sale?
yeah. Yes, it did. But I think what they also, well, I don't even remember if they put the Serpent Unman back through it in an agreement with Vin to get him back to being not the Serpent Unman, the Doomsday creature, to get
Yeah.
him back to Reptilo.
Yeah. Yeah. He went back. I remember somebody reading about that.
Yeah,
that
and
was
that I
nice of
thought it
them.
was, yeah, it was coordinated through Vin Strutter, uh, I think, because that's who bought it because he wanted to have it, and we all thought that he was going to use it. He never did.
He just had a soft spot for Reptilla.
Guess so.
So that means one of two things happened. One, Tom forgot about it, or
Wholly possible.
or Vin Strutter maybe just wanted to get it off the market and so no one else could use it for
Could
evil.
use it. Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
good man.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, you would think a circus dude would be using it to its fullest extent. There's a sucker born every minute, you know?
Right?
Uh, yeah.
That's not too bad.
Excuse me.
This
Yeah.
this uh this Mandrill guy.
Yeah. This Mandrill's not bad. Other than the pitcher, man, this was, God, I don't know what, I don't know about that pitcher. He just looks like a goofy
Brian
ape.
Bendis, I've talked to him and he openly said he's not an artist.
Well, yes. So, but yeah, this pitcher, he literally just looks like a goofy monkey.
Hmm.
Just it's bad.
It almost looks like a Halloween costume.
Yeah, a
Because
bad one.
there's like a flesh color here.
Yeah.
The costume doesn't go all the way up his neck.
It's the whole rubber thing where it just pulls
Yeah,
down over to here and you're
yeah.
supposed to wear a shirt over top of it, but the shirt's underneath.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I mean, I assume that's just like a collar piece or something, but
Lights. I don't know. Maybe just the way the spotlight's hitting him.
maybe.
No idea. So,
He's cool though.
I mean, I will tell you, Leo, I can't wait to take over the galaxy and put a sash on my chest that says my name on it.
Yeah.
Like, uh,
Got
yeah,
some, looks like he's got some major awards here.
doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder who gave those to him himself.
Right?
This is
Almost like
from the, yeah,
the Empire. That's what they look
yes,
like.
The Galactic Empire.
yeah.
They're
This
probably
one is from the excursion to, I don't know, pick a planet. Uh,
it's too
So,
much.
and normally, is this his last actual card, or is it?
No, he has one more after
he
this, I
has one
believe.
more. Yeah, I think so. He's got one more.
Is it a downgrade then, or is it?
He's got two more. He's got another upgrade in 2109, and then he gets downgraded in 2118.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good. That's when you're a pivotal character when you have four.
Four.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That and the art just was never right.
No.
Tom has admitted before on this show even that if he didn't like the art, that character got a new card,
Yeah.
or they were written out of the story altogether.
Yes. I mean, I think because wasn't Mandrill like he didn't Tom I think Tom said at one point that Mandrill was like he wanted an ape gorilla ape type character, and Sectarian was the first attempt,
Yeah.
and it didn't work. And Mandrill was a much better character thought out, but the art really didn't get there until like the third or fourth attempt at it.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, but I think he thought, why not? We, Planet of the Apes type stuff that the GWF had to have a character like that. So we need
Is
to.
the color card any better?
I wish I had it with me.
No, I think Werner probably would do the art, or
That
Warner did
was
the color, but
Miss Banks.
the art was
Banks?
Banks. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
then yeah,
it's
it's a really solid pick.
it's a top down view, and he's holding a rifle over his head. And so it does it looks pretty good, yeah. So,
It looked like
but I
Brock
don't.
hold up there.
See if I can find it. It's not on the wiki yet.
It should be 2130. That's the year that it was put out. So
Yeah, that's good too, having Pete on because he's up to date, unlike the other
well,
guests that are always on.
I am not up to date. I'm in 2131, but I'm closer to it than you guys
A
are.
lot closer. Who's Mandrill?
Mandrill, what? So Brock, how much play did Mandrill get in your Fed? Yeah.
I want to use this card. He's pretty tough.
It is. He's good. I think this card did win a title for me. This Mandrill. I don't know about the last one. The last one was a lot of fun just because it came in at the same time as Max, and it was a great uh, built-in feud for the both of them. So he
Yeah.
always had that great feud. But I'm pretty sure this card did win titles for me. It did because it's good enough to have done so.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
With just the amount of comebacks and everything.
I had Max
Yeah.
and Mandrill fight for 3 years feud, and they went lost. He lost against Max in the first year, drew against him in the second, and he won in the third. So they literally went 1-1 and 1.
1-1.
You can't get much more even than that.
Nope.
No, you cannot. I'm trying to see if I got a picture of. I don't think I've got a picture of this, but I'll look real quick.
And then I had him bite off more than he can chew, and he fought Chaos. Tried to feud Chaos. He wanted the top villain spot, and he lost miserably. That's what sent him down to the NGA.
I think this card would hold his own against Chaos.
Oh, that's why he's back up now.
Yeah.
And next year,
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
well, I'm saying next year Chaos gets a downgrade, so he loses his power of the stone because it was all in his head.
Yeah, because it was all in his head.
Makes sense.
Trying to see if I had one of the handbooks, the newer ones in PDF, but I don't.
That's what I was looking for too.
Well, we can pop quickly over to Sentry because he doesn't have a whole lot really to go on. Now, he is a manager with a back.
hmm
Yes.
Which is 1,000 times better than just the blank.
Yeah.
Yes.
Comes some kind of gimmick. He has a stun gun that he tries to
Yes.
use.
So that's not too, it's not too bad. Now, I think his distractor's a 5.
Yes.
So he's still worse than the average person that shows up to ringside.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
In his getup, he reminds me of with his shooting abilities of a stormtrooper.
Well, it's funny because I didn't read the book, so I didn't know Sentry and Toxic were the Toxin were the same guy.
That they are.
And then, when I read the set, I got the player's handbook and I'm reading it, just so I know. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, Same guy. Okay, I got to write him out now.
Yeah.
I don't
Can't
want
make him
that.
a tag team.
Yeah, I don't want Toxin's manager to be the Sentry.
Yeah, that would be like Doomsayer and not Doomsayer, Dreadnought
Dreadnought.
and Comrade Terror tag teaming.
Great tag team.
Yeah,
They were unstoppable.
unstoppable.
But how many reversals does he have on his? Is he an equal manager?
Uh,
Um,
yeah, it's pretty 50-50.
yeah, I love that he can hit the ref. So that tells you how bad his aiming is. That he's got a shot at taking out the ref.
Yeah, that's on a 12 too.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
because
we
it's
got
2 to 5. 2 to 5. It's his good for his guy. 6 to 10, nothing happens. 11, he hits his own guy, and then 12, he hits the ref. So, yeah,
2 to 3 is big though, because
yeah,
the opponent takes
it's
over
a
with
pin
their finisher.
with the finisher rating. So yeah, so
and he's got on that new one. He's got like a 0+2 or something like that.
Yeah,
Mandrill.
0+1.
yeah, 0+1.
So you'd have him hit the +1 finisher then, I guess.
Yeah, yes,
Go for the more devastating finisher.
yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, even at that time, what Vendetta is on is at the same time that Vendetta and Nefarious are on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, if he's hitting that for that whole team, it's pretty good because that tag finisher for those guys and uh, yeah, 'cause Vendetta's finisher at the time was a +3 finisher, and he had the +1 for the non-tag.
Yeah, Nefarious was, I think, a +2 scissor driver or
Plus
something like
two, yep, the scissor driver was +2. So I mean, he could help him out if he could hit that. If he got the
Yeah.
low roll, that was going to be big time for the team. So
So yeah, even though it's a small chance, it can still help
yeah,
you in a big way.
yes,
Yep.
yep,
So he does have that going for him, and
yeah,
still, a crappy manager is still better than no
yeah,
manager. Even a
Right.
5 scratcher can save you.
yeah, yeah. I mean, even like the 2 to 5, he's doing good for his team.
Yeah,
Even though it's only the 2 to 3 that goes right to the pin, but the 4 to 5, his guys are going to take over on level 3 offense. So, and then yeah, I mean the 6 to 10, even though he misses everything, he can try it again. So that's that was the stipulation. It's like it never happened. So
Hmm.
he got another opportunity uh,
oh, it doesn't
to
count as
interfere.
it doesn't count as a
Yeah,
pin attempt or
yes,
one of
yeah.
the two.
Yeah, it says Sentry can still try to interfere if you want. So yeah. Oh, it says to go to the interference chart if you want him to interfere. If not, continue the match in the normal manner. So basically, he misses the shot and then can do interference chart.
Yeah, and that could be a big deal for some people like
Yeah.
me who roll the pin out, like who do the pin, then decide whether they're going to interfere or not.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's still a big point of contention for people. Some people roll ahead, and some people do it afterwards.
Some people
This
cheat
is
and do it
true.
afterwards.
Some people do
You
it
play.
wrong and do it afterwards.
Yeah. Uh, he pinned him. No, he didn't. Yeah.
I have the stun gun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use that after he got pinned.
Uh,
So since this is our 3rd year anniversary, and we are kind of looking back now. Brock and myself have looked at our first episode, which was
It's unwatchable.
but it has over 200 views, which does shock me. But we had it set up so every time someone talked, that was their whole head on the screen.
oh.
It got fixed after the first show,
It did.
and that one was kind of like, oh, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's a little jarring.
Yeah, when you're both just sitting, all of a sudden someone talking, boom.
Yeah.
Jump cuts.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we got the whole idea because, I was doing this online on the Filsinger Games page. Every Monday I'd post a guy and I'd get a bunch of responses back, which was kind of cool. You see what they did in other people. And then I went to Brock and said, "Hey, you want to try doing this online on your he's because I knew he had a YouTube page to help him out." And then we're like about 3 or 4 episodes in, we're like, "Hey, let's try getting a guest." And we'll ask Pete because we knew Death Knight was coming up under the original 24. And then you were like, "Yeah, sure." You popped on, and then other people were like, "Hey, can I be on?" So we started to get a whole collection of people,
Hmm.
and then we started doing legends, and some of the legends people wanted on. And then you had people who were like, "I remember Todd Wachowski wanted on," and then he's like, "I just had a kid. I can't make it on now." Okay.
Yeah.
We had him on once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made it on once.
And then it was funny because we ran in and we talked about this. We ran into him at Galacticon, and neither of us
Yes.
recognized him because he had the big beard.
Big beard.
We're talking, we're like, "We know that," because I go to Brock, I'm like, "Who's that guy?" And he's like, "Oh, he's familiar."
We need to bring back name tags for us old people.
Like, trust me, the name tags are not for you new guys to know us. It's for us to, yeah.
Yeah, I still remember like especially, there are guys it took me forever to learn their names, like Josh and Jeff. I kept getting them confused. Took forever. Now, I'm bad with names. My short-term memory gets screwy because I've had 6 concussions and between 6 and 10 concussions and a stroke. So it
Who's
gets
counting?
yeah, it gets
Yeah.
messy at times. So name tags, yeah, might not be a bad thing. My long-term memory's solid. It's that short-term memory. If I only see you once a year, yeah, you're in your short-term memory. And like out of all the new guys, the only guy I can really remember is Kevin Ford and his buddy, and I don't know his buddy's name.
Yeah, they live over here, and I'm not going to say it. Yeah,
Oh no.
no, because I can't remember his buddy's name either, and I
Oh
saw him
no.
at an event here.
Poor,
Oh,
poor Kevin Ford's buddy.
And it's funny
uh,
because I was sitting at lunch, and his buddy comes up and he goes,
He's an
"You're my
active listener
fortune."
too, I think.
yeah.
He is. He's like, "You're my fortune. I recognize you from your videos." I'm like, "Hey, cool. We'll see you later on today." And I can't remember his name. I feel bad.
Uh, so, yeah, no, I've actually, besides seeing him at Galacticon, they live out here in the DC area. And so I've gone to the New Japan stuff down here when New Japan comes to DC, and they're both there. And I've seen them like 2 or 3 times since,
Yeah.
besides Galacticon. And shit me if I know his name.
We might have our first
Bad.
T-shirt. Kevin
Yeah.
Ford's buddy.
Yeah.
Just,
I'm
just
Kevin Ford's buddy.
I'm Kevin Port's buddy,
if we bring
which
if
we
we
all
bring
are.
We are.
if we bring back a name tag, that's what he's got to write. Kevin Ford's
Yeah.
buddy. So I'm with,
Sorry.
I'm with Kevin Ford.
Yeah, I'm with Kevin Ford. uh,
We're sorry, Kevin Ford's buddy.
Yeah.
We're just
yeah,
horrible people.
we're old, and the memory is definitely not what it used to be. Ugh.
But as an avid watcher, and you do leave comments, are there any episodes that you like that stick out more than others?
When you guys started doing the stuff with the Mount Rushmore stuff is when you
Oh yeah.
guys really kicked it in. I like the Mount Rushmore because it brings in a different flair to doing something. Um, Specific episodes that I like more. Um, talking when you guys talk to Tom, it's always great when any of the podcasts have Tom on because you get to get that's insight into what he does. Um, but I would say episode like 3 when that guy Pete Beck showed up, that one was really sticks out in my mind as well. And the wife's episode, that one was a good one too.
we're trying to get another wives episode. It's a matter of finding wives
Boy,
that will be on the show.
that will.
I
There were
have
two that didn't have a choice. That's
Yeah.
the past time.
I have one person's wife ready to go, and then I've been asking other people. Like I even asked Jeff, and Jeff's wife is like, no.
Maybe you should ask Kevin Ford's friend's wife.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. Uh,
That is an idea.
yeah. Yeah.
So we
But
would introduce her as Kevin Ford's buddy's
Kevin Ford's
wife.
buddy's wife. Yes.
Is his name Michael?
I did. Yeah. No idea. It might be.
I can see his face.
I can. So can I. Yeah. Yeah.
And but yeah, we are looking at. So if people do watch this and see the you know, and actually have a wife, wouldn't mind her being on the show.
Reach out. Leave a note in the comments.
Yeah.
Mike Molesky's wife said she'd be on the show too, and it's also getting tough to coordinate people as well.
Yeah.
Because
We start
wives
so
seem to
late.
have much more going on than us.
Hmm.
We're all pretty much relatively, easygoing, and then you try to find somebody's wives, and they're like, yeah, but I'm only available, on like a Wednesday at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. For 2 minutes.
Yeah. That's why we record so late because the kids and everything else. And
or kids have this and that, and
everybody's so busy anymore.
Yeah. This is true. This is true.
but yeah, there are episodes that I've watched where like I like doing a lot of the legend stuff because that's the era I grew up with. I don't watch too much wrestling now, so when I can have um, the odd person on to talk about legends like we just did Butch Reed.
Yep.
No, I really liked watching Butch Reed growing up. I grew up with Butch Reed. When I saw him as a natural, I was like, I really did not like the natural Butch Reed. But as a member of Doom and stuff like that,
Yep.
I
When he was
watched
with Doom. That's how I remember Doom.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was a great competitor.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's always neat in the game when you can get guys like that. Because it's gotten so big. And then you also have, the Legends people don't play the GWF stuff, and a lot of the GWF guys don't like the Legends stuff, and they feel it's taking over. And I'm like, if you realize how much the Legends is supporting the game,
Yeah.
you might think differently.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't play Legends, but I get them all. So I mean,
Me too.
I get even the indies and well, I get everything. So
I'm the same way. I'm a collector first.
yes, and so I just think it's neat. Like the fact that we're able to get a lot of the guys that we've gotten the last few years is just amazing. So I mean, even someone like Butch Reed is a great addition to the game because we saw him Doom. I mean that was a big team. I mean they weren't just nobody. They were somebody. They had a run, and then both of them went on to solid stuff on the single side. Ron Simmons, more so I think because they gave him the title, but that was towards the end of WCW, and yeah, it was falling apart probably then already. Um, but yeah, they were big time players back in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s when we were still watching. Or when I still do watch, but um uh I was much more religious back then, knowing who they were, what they were doing versus some of the stuff that goes on now.
Like I remember I had a bootleg a bootleg WWF and a bootleg NWA. I made all those guys.
Sure.
And I think a lot of guys did too. And I played with a little bit, but I just didn't like it because it wasn't official. It was all on, paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know I've said this before on all the podcasts. I went with the GWF because I wanted to do not real guys. Like I wanted to promote people that were not professional wrestlers in the ring, that type of stuff. But having the opportunity to see them, I won't, and they do a great job. The guys that put them together, when
Oh
you
yeah.
roll the matches, man, you're literally see like I specifically remember a snooker match, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I could be watching Jimmy Snuka on TV with the move set that we have that they've
Hmm.
got set up for him. So they really do a great job. And anybody that says, yeah, no, this isn't really representative of what they do. No, it is. Like the cards are fantastic.
But yeah, the Legends guys do a bang up job on and they do a lot of research.
They do. They do.
Like you can't not, and they do an amazing amount of play testing. From
Hmm.
what I assume they're doing a lot of play testing because the matches do roll up well.
They do.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And like I do wrestle. I have some Legends. I do use them sometimes just for like kind of like shits and giggles. But
Sure.
I have a Legends Fed that I will try to keep going every so often. And it's interesting. Same as the Hollywood Fed
I
from
love that stuff from Grant.
from Grant. The only thing I get disappointed with the Hollywood is all the cards are almost identical on the back. There's no real standout. There, you could just literally change the names from guy to guy. That'd be my only thing I find I don't like about the Hollywood guys is because I could just
As in
swap
they're
them.
all the same ability level type of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. All right.
like they all got a +1 finisher. Yeah,
Sure.
2 downs. Their pins are a 3 or a 4, but their strengths are -1 to -2. Nobody's super strong. They're all relatively close. So it's a very
Sure.
equal Fed,
Yeah.
Sure.
but it's tough to get a run as a champion or something like that because everybody's
Because everybody's there. So yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like I ran into that with my NDW stuff too at the beginning. Everyone was kind of just that middle of the road level. Now I'm making a conscious effort to make more stars and lower tier guys. So I have the middle of the card ready to go.
Yeah.
except your jobber got the big win last night.
He did. That was
Yeah.
amazing. I did stack the deck. We could talk about that in another time.
But I actually saw you online on one of the
I
feeds.
did. I saw a couple marbles. I was the kids were the kids had all arrived that day. What day was that?
Sunday.
Friday, right?
Friday. Friday.
Sunday. Friday. No, it was Friday. Yeah, because I didn't
Friday.
get on last on Sunday night. And yeah, I was running to airports, and so the kids were all settled in. And I said, you know what? I ain't doing nothing right now. Let me race some marbles. And I won the first race, and then I came in last. I think the next three, and I was like, now I gotta go. So yeah,
Mike ended up winning that Grand Prix.
did he?
He did.
Nice.
By like a huge margin.
Yeah.
You have one guy came in, I never saw him before. It might have been Kevin Ford's buddy.
Yeah.
He set a world record and then he never came back. I was like, what
Never
happened? This
came
guy,
back. Huh?
he was on pace to like destroy all of us, but one and done and set a world record.
I should have done that. Yep, I got my win. I'm out.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna retire on top.
yeah.
I think I won 4 out of the 16. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby.
I feel like that game favors a different person every night.
Oh yeah.
It picks somebody like, let's just help this guy.
I think that Pete Beck got screwed the first time he did it. I mean, he won so many of them, and then
Yep.
Brock wins like the last two, and yeah, whatever.
Justice for
So
Pete.
yes, yep,
If you don't know what we're talking about, it's Brock's channel.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Twitch.tv/BrocsterBuilds.
there you go. Yeah,
If you're on Twitch, join Brock 2 times a week.
Yeah.
yeah. And if you're not on Twitch, why not? Go
Yeah.
go join.
Twitch is easy. I think people are
Yeah.
afraid of Twitch. It doesn't cost anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Nope, it's free.
Kind of like Tubi. You just got to sit through the commercials.
Right,
Yep.
right.
Yes. I did have a commercial pop up right in the middle of one of the races, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah.
this is ridiculous." So, oh
It's a
well.
tough part because I'd miss races, so I got to watch the
Wait,
conversation.
wait for the chat to people press and
Yes.
play.
That's
Yes.
when I play. Okay, I play.
Yeah.
I try to be conscious of it, but I'm not always. My alerts don't always tell me when the ads are running, so I try and be aware of it, but I can't always. It's not 100%.
But we should probably wrap this up here.
Yeah. Thank you, Pete, for hanging out with us. Always a good time.
Happy to be here.
This
Thanks
is
for
Happy
the
New
invite.
Year.
third year show,
Happy
which is pretty
Yeah.
impressive.
third year. So, yeah.
156
There you go.
episodes.
We gave you less than what, a 8 hour notice or
Yeah. Mike chatted at me the other night and said, "Can you do
okay.
it?" He didn't include what night. He just said, "Can you do it?" And I was like, "Sure."
Yeah,
And
oops.
then he's like,
We're
"Tonight."
gonna
And I'm like, "Great."
Christmas Day at 1 p.m.
You're not doing anything then, are you?
Actually, Christmas Day at 1 p.m., I'll probably be reading the new handbooks and everything that came because that's usually by the time the kids are all wrapped up into their games and all off to the side, and I've got 5 minutes to do me.
There you
So
go.
yeah, so that's why I actually used the Christmas release from Filsinger Games as a stocking stuffer for
For
me,
yourself?
uh,
Nice.
for myself, and that becomes, like I said, when the kids are all knee deep in their stuff, it gives me a chance to breathe and get into my stuff.
There you
So
go.
yeah, so yeah.
Well,
Hey,
enjoy that.
Christmas Day at 1 o'clock. If you holler at me a little bit before, I might be available.
There you go. I hope to have my stuff before then. I got
So
one more day to get it.
No, Pete
so,
just broke the fourth wall, and
yeah, I know.
that
It's
we're
okay.
filming the Christmas episode after this
Yeah,
one.
after yeah,
It's okay. It's okay.
yeah. Everybody knows this is pre-recorded.
Yeah, this
Just like
isn't
Raw
live.
was
This
that.
isn't
Yeah.
Twitch. This isn't live.
We could do a live. We talked about doing that a live one
Yeah.
because Grant does live ones, and so does
Yes.
David Little.
Yeah, it's
Ah,
hard to do with Zoom though.
Yeah.
yeah.
You need a different
Yeah.
chat platform.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out maybe someday.
Yeah. Someday.
If we want to put some money into this.
Yeah. All your T-shirt sales.
Right.
Oh wait, wrong podcast.
No TEKO.
I have t-shirts available at BrocsterBuilds.com. Not one
Yeah.
person on earth has ever
Not one.
purchased one.
Sounds
There's a
like a
link below.
challenge.
Yeah. Well, you give me the first.
uh, maybe. You never know. We'll see.
Maybe. I take that back.
Yeah.
I bought one. I got a sample. I
Yeah.
got a sample
Yeah.
t-shirt.
Yeah, but you didn't buy it then. You just
No,
got
no, they
it.
gave
Yeah, see, so still waiting to sell.
just so nobody has purchased.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, thanks again, Pete. Appreciate it. Have a happy new year. And all our listeners and viewers as well. Have a happy new year. 2025 is going to be a good year for us all, hopefully, because we need one.
Yes, concur.
Cool. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so yet, you could be our 171st subscriber. We're gonna set a really ridiculous goal in 2025 for subscribers, so we just wait for that. While you're here, check out all of our friends who make Filsinger Games related content. We have all the links below, including the official Filsinger Games podcast roll up, the Legends teams Uncharted Territory, Dizzy Dice from Lee Longpree, solo promoter from Grant Pachoco. Grant is also here on YouTube. You'll find Dave Little's Heartland Championship Wrestling as well. Brad Plays 81, Bucky 749, all make Filsinger Games related content here on YouTube. And I'm on Twitch, like we said, usually Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern. We do a lot of things, but it's usually centered around my bootleg fed Next Dimension Wrestling, so you could check that out if you want to have some fun with that. And yeah, we'll be back here. We'll be back to Monday. We'll be back to Mondays now. We got a little hung up with holiday scheduling and all that stuff, but stay tuned for that. We have more stellar content coming in 2025.
And we'll start doing on our. If you leave a comment on our YouTube page, we'll start calling you out. So, Michael Barada, thank you for the comment. on the Hacksaw Butch Reed card, and him when he talked about where he got to ref some Hacksaw Butch Reed matches,
Oh, that's fun.
Nice. Nice.
and hopefully we can make it one more year, and our sometimes Jeff will be able to join us for that one.
Yeah, we're hoping
Periodical,
for
yeah.
7 Jeff appearances in 2025.
7 whole appearances, huh? That
Yes.
many. Yeah.
It's a low bar.
Yeah.
He'll hit
I would
7.
think that I thought that you would throw that at Sam
Love
Lovecat to try to get him on 7 times. So
His rider is too much. We have to give him so
yeah.
many things to just show up.
Uh,
Wants a whole bowl of green M&Ms FedEx to his
wow,
place.
holy
No,
smokes.
no, it's Splenda packets.
Splenda packets. Tea and Splenda.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Pete.
Yeah.
We will see
Happy to
you
be here.
soon. Awesome. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, good night.